Live.
And we are here with Tommy Lang. Good morning, Tommy, and good morning to John Kenyon from the UNESCO City of Literature, and here to talk about some cool stuff happening this weekend.
Yeah,
Well, it's not this weekend.
Oh, it isn't this weekend. I'm sorry.
No, May 1st.
Okay. I'm a little ahead of myself. Sorry
okay.
about that.
I'm sure there's cool stuff happening this weekend. I
There
just
always-
don't
there's-
have much to do with it.
There's cool stuff happening every day in Iowa City. You know that.
Wow, you got the memo.
Yeah. Well, we were talking before we went on the air how we didn't know why he was here. We just
Right.
had your name on the board and a time.
Yeah.
So we looked around, and at first we thought it was UNESCO City of Literature is sponsoring an event today.
We are indeed.
And I know you work with them, and you're part of them. But,
yes.
But maybe we could talk about that first, just for the heck of it, since it is today and you're here.
Sure. So today is Shakespeare's birthday, as I'm sure everybody knows.
Oh, yeah, of course.
In addition to being World Book Day and any number of other things going on. But to celebrate Shakespeare's birthday, and we can't claim too much credit for this because it's actually Riverside Theater. It's their idea, and we have partnered with them on this event. But downtown today, by the Weather Dance Fountain, all of Shakespeare's sonnets will be read aloud. So we have volunteers that have signed up for slots, and now it's totally escaping my mind how many of these there are.
I don't know, but it's 1 to 4. So it's
Yes,
3 hours.
there's a lot. Adam at Riverside would kill me for not just being able to have that. He would, of course,
Well, you weren't
know
here
it.
to talk about it. We kind of
Exactly. But
pulled this on you at the last second.
We'll have people for 3 hours downtown on the little stage there outside the Graduate Hotel reading Shakespeare's sonnets.
Nice weather.
And it's going to be beautiful weather. We did this last year, and it was bitterly cold and windy, and so we're really looking forward to it being a little warmer this year.
Why couldn't Shakespeare have been born in June?
Exactly. So, but it's really fun. And the thing that I liked, I'm certainly no Shakespeare scholar, but sitting there and listening to these, you realize just how many phrases that we take for granted that are part of our vernacular come from these things. And people know that about Shakespeare's plays, but it's true about the sonnets as well. And just the sheer creativity that he put into these, and it's a facet of his work that a lot of people maybe don't know as much about, and it's just fun to hear people come out and declaim these poems on the Ped Mall. So it's one of those crazy things, you see the students walk by and kind of give a quizzical glance and think, oh yeah, Iowa City, so it's one of those things that makes this kind of a unique community.
Well, we had to study a couple of his plays, and they're really hard to decipher if you're just reading them as they were written.
Yeah.
As a teenager, anyway. But all that stuff's been modernized. A lot of movies and plays are based on Shakespeare's old plays and sonnets. So, he's still relevant hundreds of years after his death.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And as somebody who's done radio for 30 plus years now, it's funny how I'll hear the song lyrics and think, oh, that's a lyric from this song, and then I realize, oh, that's from Shakespeare. Like years later, for example, the one that always comes to me is "All the world's a stage, we are merely players." I thought it was a Rush lyric. I didn't know that was a Shakespeare until I read the play. Oh, that's where they got that from. There's a lot of Shakespeare like that, where you're right. There's common phrases, or you hear them in other lyrics, or see them in other movies, and that's the genesis of the phrase.
Yeah. There's nothing new under the sun, Tommy.
Yeah. Wouldn't have guessed that. No.
Methinks he protests too much.
Okay, that I knew was Shakespeare.
Not many people come up with methinks.
No, methinks isn't one you hear a lot in modern day society.
Popeye used to use it once in a while.
You look like a methinks kind of guy. That fits.
Methinks I need to retire.
So that's today, 1 to 4, Weather Dance Fountain.
Yes.
But that is not why you were here today.
That is correct. Yeah, I'm here to talk about Johnson County Great Give Day. It's going to be the second annual Johnson County Great Give Day. We started this last year. This year it's going to be on May 1st. And it's really a day that is designed to give nonprofits the chance to raise awareness about what they do, and obviously to raise funds so that they can do what they do. And it's an effort. It's been spearheaded by the Community Foundation of Johnson County and other nonprofit champion organizations, and the City of Literature has been one of those these past 2 years. And it's a pretty simple concept. It's giving these nonprofits the opportunity to share information about what they do and to share ways that people can support them. And of course, we all need funds to do the things that we do. But, we also need volunteers. We also need people to help spread word about what we do. And so this is one day where we can all kind of collectively push and say, pay attention to what nonprofits are doing, because without nonprofits in this county, quality of life is not where it is. There's so many organizations doing great things that people don't necessarily know about. And so we can band together, share that information, hopefully get people excited about the work that nonprofits are doing, get some support, and carry those missions forward. And so the best way to do this, there's a website that's new this year called JohnsonCountyGreatGiveDay.org. It's a mouthful, but it takes you to a really simple, well-designed page. And on that page, there are two big buttons. And there's one that says for nonprofits. And if you work at a nonprofit, you're involved with a nonprofit, you can click that. It takes you to a page where you can sign up for this. You can get the tools and resources to help make it work for your organization. And then you're a part of Great Give Day. The other button says for donors. And you click that, and it takes you to a searchable and sortable list of nonprofits that are participating. So if you clicked on that, and you click the Arts and Culture tab, it would take you to a page where the City of Literature is listed. Mm-hmm. And you could see that. And there's a button that would take you to our website. There's a button that takes you to our donation page. That's it. It's really simple, but it's a way for the nonprofits to collectively connect with people in the community.
I was really impressed when I first got here, how responsive the community is to nonprofit organizations. We put out a story like, they're going to trying to raise this much money for a cause, and I'd think to myself, there's no way they're going to do that in this size town. And sure enough, without any hesitation, they reached the goal and then some. And especially in the last few years, the nonprofits have really been strained due to maybe budget cuts, lack of corporate funding, or reduction of corporate funding, and the help of the community is really important right now.
Yeah, well, and all of those factors that you mentioned, Jim, are in play, and increasingly we are seeing people turn to nonprofits for things that other entities maybe used to take care of, and so there's an increasing demand for what nonprofits do. At the same time, as you said, some of the funding streams are starting to dry up, and so what they're doing is more important than ever. Their ability to do it is sometimes harder than ever. And it's great then that we can have an opportunity like this to raise awareness. And I want to thank you guys in KCJJ. I mean, it is really difficult to get word out about what nonprofits do. As you guys well know, we don't have huge marketing budgets. We don't have all the glitzy things that corporations might have. And so opportunities like this, not only to come on and talk about Great Give Day, but when you have me on to talk about the book festival, you have Shelter House on, you have United Way on, all these different organizations helping to spread the word. We really appreciate that. And we appreciate it when people can take the opportunity on May 1st or in advance of May 1st to visit this website, to look at the social media pages of their nonprofits that they support or the ones that are doing work that they care about. People can only support what they know about. And so, helping to spread the word about what the nonprofits are doing is a big help at this time.
Yeah, and I do like that you pointed out, or in advance of, you can go and donate right now if you wanted to, right?
You can, yeah. I mean, one of the things that we're trying to do is to get people to make donations on that day so that we can say, look, here's collectively what Johnson County did on this one day. None of these organizations are going to turn your money away. So if you want to donate today so you don't forget about it on May 1st.
I'm worried people are going to forget about it.
That is fine. But
Not that we won't be promoting it before that.
Yeah, but we're trying to collectively say this. And I am trying to remember, I think we raised somewhere around $70,000 last year. And that's just all of the participating organizations in one day. And we have more organizations that have already signed up this year. We have just people have more assets. They know more about what this means. And so we're really hoping that we can blow well past that number and do some great things to, make things better for area nonprofits.
Now, John, I don't want to correct you on the air and completely embarrass you. But according to the website, it says the 2023 Johnson County Great Give Day raised over $160,000
I was looking at that right over
for
your
local
shoulder
nonprofit
there.
organizations.
So maybe that was like what
You're a
we
little
raised.
low. You're a little low.
Maybe is what we did by noon last year. I don't know. I don't know why that number stuck out. I should have looked it up. So we're going to go well past that. Maybe we'll add $70,000 to that total. We'll
Yeah,
get it closer to
that'd be nice.
$250. How about that?
Yeah,
So
great.
But, any amount of support that people can give financially, and I know not everybody can do that. So there are a lot of volunteer opportunities with all of our organizations, and really to help spread the word about what we do. You might not be able to help, you might not be able to volunteer, but you could tell people who might, hey, here's an organization that's doing something that I think you could be passionate about. You should check them out.
Whoever's here doing the morning show, one of the first things we do is we go back in the back room where our big calendar is at.
Yes.
And we see it like we've a guest, maybe two signed up, and we kind of joked, well, that's a half hour we don't have to do anything. But in reality, we really do care about having, you nonprofits on and people talking about their events because, we really engage with the community, and it's so rare now that, first of all, that we're live all the time and, can update you on forecasts and accidents and things like that, and to spend time to talk about this, whereas, corporate stations, all right, come on, you got 90 seconds,
Yeah.
better.
Or they do one of those shows on Sunday mornings at like 5.
Yeah.
Like the community calendar show or something.
Yes. Yeah. So it's great to engage with you guys too, especially, face to face, we'll do phone interviews too, but the face to face is the best.
Yeah, you bet. We certainly appreciate it. And one thing I was going to point out, too, with this is that a lot of organizations, or I don't know how many, I shouldn't say a lot, but some organizations that are participating in this are doing matches. And so, they have a donor or donors who have said, if you raise $5,000 on this day, we'll match it, or whatever that total might be. And so, particularly, I think people should take a look at the nonprofits that they like to support, because they could, double or triple the amount of money that they're donating in these days. And others are, doing different things to make this day special and unique. You might have gotten a postcard. You might see some things on social media or an email. All of those are efforts designed to try to raise awareness, again, about these nonprofits and about Great Give Day on May 1st.
Excellent.
And I'm looking at the website right now, JohnsonCountyGreatGiveDay.org. When you go to the nonprofit, the For Nonprofit section, it's really cool how it's set up. If your nonprofit isn't involved with this yet, you can put your name in there, upload a file of your logo, give your mission statement, and basically set up your own section, and it even tells you how you can promote it, how you can contact the media, which is us. And so, yeah, it's really helpful. If you haven't gotten on board with this yet, you still can.
Yeah, there's plenty of time still. We've got, a week until the 1st, so you've got time to get involved. And there's no requirement, short of signing up on this website so that people know to find you. You can do anything you want. You can do as much or as little as you want. Again, the idea is just to give these nonprofits a tool to help make people aware of what they do.
And when you go to the donate section, if you want to donate, the profit there, you can go to all and look at everything. It's all in alphabetical order. You can go to, as you mentioned, arts, culture, humanities, education, environment and animals, health, human services, public and social benefit. And you are under arts, culture, humanities, under Iowa City, UNESCO City of Literature. And what I like is not only do you have the donate button, but a website button. Mm-hmm. So if you're not familiar with what maybe the UNESCO City of Literature does, the Iowa City UNESCO City of Literature, you can go check it out and find out more about the organizations you might want to donate to.
Yeah, and if you want to test that out, Tommy, you could just see if the donate button works right now.
Let's see right now. Can you get me the credit card from the desk?
Sure, yeah.
Captain Steve's credit card. I appreciate it.
I think he would want you to give generous.
You can also set up one-time donations, monthly donations, yearly donations.
Yeah. So, again, just I'm kind of pounding it into the ground, but it's about, giving all of these organizations the opportunity to share things in a way that maybe they wouldn't. You're looking at that because you wanted to look up my organization, and you'll see a couple dozen other organizations you might not have even known about. And it's a good way to find out about the work being done in our community.
Now back to the Shakespeare sonnet thing today. Are the readers required to dress as Shakespeare?
Unfortunately, no, they are not.
That's good, Tommy. You know why?
Why?
I would hate to have somebody pulled over on the way over there for driving while barred.
Wow.
I am so proud of myself for thinking
That's
of
very
that.
good.
Wow. I could see you over there with that grin. I knew you were cooking something up.
Something was playing across my mind.
So glad I could come in and facilitate that today. So
We don't get to use the driving while bar joke very often, so you got to pull it out when it's right.
that's a win.
Right.
By the way, I'm looking at some of the other organizations on this site. I don't think you're going to be the last person promoting the Johnson County Great Give Day before the event. I see a lot of people we work with on there, so
Good.
I believe we'll have other people coming in wanting to ask for money too.
And if they forget to say it, you can prompt them.
There you go.
Because now that you know who's involved. And again, all the way up until the first organizations can sign on, we've had people joining, pretty much every day, getting on there. And, the more the merrier. We think that that's, again, a great opportunity for people to see just how much work is done in Johnson County by our nonprofits.
What is May 1st? That's
Wednesday.
A week
Wednesday,
from
yep.
tomorrow. Week from tomorrow. Wow.
So, nationally they do this, because they have like a after Cyber Monday, there's a Giving Tuesday
There is,
during
yeah.
the holiday
Yeah.
season, and that's for more of the national things. So this
That's
is
Christmas, yeah.
completely on a local level here, and most of the nonprofits in Johnson County, all that money stays here.
Indeed.
And that's really important because, the last thing you want is to be siphoned off so somebody has a yacht, can make their yacht payment this month or something.
Yes, exactly. I can almost guarantee that none of this money is going to go to pay for a yacht, Jim.
Well, thanks, John. Really appreciate it.
You bet it.
Yeah, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks you guys for the time.